amusing, but expressing their amusement would have been ill-timed in the immediate aftermath of these incidents. So onlookers quickly averted their eyes and wiped already dried dishes or mixed well-stirred pots. Clearly, a boy who was 8 or 10 or 12 years old should be able to pour his own drink with more than a 50% chance of success. Yet, my mother found a way to say the best thing possible after these public blunders. "That's all right, Ty, we just need more practice." Practice was a word that was in heavy rotation in our household, especially as it applied to life skills, which was also in heavy rotation. My parents were remarkably patient with my clumsiness during routine social situations, but they must have privately felt a growing concern as they watched dozens of my life skills fall further into the developmentally delayed range with each passing year. They knew the social immunity I had been afforded as a young child was due to expire when I entered the ruthless world of junior high school. Yet some of my non-social abilities were advanced for my age. I had a propensity for doing long division and multiplication problems in my head. I found it easy to memorize random facts such as the earned run averages of National League starting pitchers. Although I was a walking baseball statistics encyclopedia, I routinely forgot to bring my baseball mitt to Little League games, or remember that it was my turn to bring the snacks and drinks. As I got older, my parents observed that my peers were starting to cast quizzical glances my way when I stood empty-handed when it was time for the post-game refreshments. My social missteps never arose from malicious intent, and they were generally innocuous mistakes. But around 10 years old, most children make leaps in their ability to form more complex social expectations, and begin to judge other kids' social value based on their ability to meet these expectations. They begin to care more about whether a classmate paints weird things in art class or wears clothing that is not part of the canon of 5th grade fashion. As my peers' social thought became more sophisticated, my quirks that previously went unnoticed were now as evident as lint under a black light. I had a sense about the social expectations around me morphing, but I did not fully understand the new rules of engagement or how to stop my growing feeling of social awkwardness. My parents knew that there would be no easy answers when it came to helping their chronically awkward kid navigate social life. Like many awkward kids, I was aloof and very stubborn, which meant that my parents had to work with less information than most parents, and they had to choose their battles. They must have been tempted to concentrate their efforts on making me less awkward, but my father was a high school teacher and my mother ran a clinic for kids with learning disabilities. Both of them had seen well-intended parents or teachers inadvertently discourage children's passionate interests in their pursuit to make them closer to normal. My parents did a remarkable job throughout my life dealing with the unusual challenges they faced with a kid who was awkward, stubborn, and very private. In hindsight, I can see that my parents decided to take an ambitious approach to my socialization. They instilled a mindset in me that still guides my social deliberations in adulthood, and that is best phrased as a question: how do you fit in without losing yourself? It's an age-old question worthy of everyone's consideration, and it has been at the forefront of my mind as I wrote this book, considering what I would say about how people can be less socially awkward. In the pages to come, I'll distill the results from a vast array of research areas, including personality, clinical psychology, neuroscience, and developmental psychology studies of giftedness. My hope is that whether you are an awkward adult, the concerned parent of an awkward kid, or a boss wondering how to connect with an awkward employee with tremendous potential, the chapters to come will provide useful insights into the quirks and unique talents of awkward individuals. To accomplish these ends, the book is divided into 3 sections. 1. In Part 1, I will examine what it means to be awkward and how people can find guidance in navigating social life. 2. In Part 2, I will look at how rapidly shifting social norms have made modern social life feel more awkward for all of us and what we can do to adapt to them. 3. In Part 3, I explain why the traits that make someone awkward can also help them strive toward remarkable achievements. Chronically awkward people can feel like everyone else received a secret instruction manual at birth titled How to Be Socially Competent. For the awkward person, this dreamy manual would provide easy-to-understand, step-by-step instructions for how to gracefully navigate social life, avoid embarrassing faux pas, and rid oneself of the persistent anxiety that comes with being awkward. Of course, there is no magic wand for social life, no listicle with 10 easy steps to achieve instant popularity.